I am.
Good morning.
I've been, did that make sense, Jake?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you guys can help me spread that. Literally, I mean, you think about as a kid, your parents can spend $30 a month for you to join a gym, or upwards of $50 or $60 for the YMCA,
Okay.
which is basically just exercises, and you have no access. Like even Weight Watchers, it's just exercises, and you have to eat their food. Like Martin's $1.99 on Cameo, and he'll give you all the information from a LA Fitness, from a Weight Watchers, from a YMCA, from from a boot camp, from a, you know what I mean? I think it's a way better deal.
Yeah, I
I just think it might take a long time to get off going. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I mean, if you really think about that, right, Jace? If I had you as my advertiser for Martin's $1.99 Cameo,
yeah,
they say this is what you made in Cameo for the $1.99 membership this month. Right, my lead sale advertiser for my $1.99 Cameo, I could just put 10% in PayPal every month. And that's what I mean, like how businesses do it. That businesses, you get an internship. Like if you're going to work for me as
yeah.
a business, if it was $1 million business, I wouldn't pay you anyways. I would literally tell you, you come intern for me. You advertise, you create code, you do all these things for me, and at the end of your internship, I'll give you 10% or a job. You see how interesting that is? At the end of your internship, for a very expensive company, you get 10% of what you made them, or a job. And this is what I'm going like. If you wanted to understand how they got there, you would probably need to do the same thing. Like, excuse me, you found somebody really good at advertising and said, "Here's my stuff.
Hmm.
I'll give you 10%, or if you're really good at it, I'll hire you." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's look at Microsoft, Boeing, everywhere. And I'm saying, look, I have a trove of information I give out on my social media accounts, just like Microsoft or just like anybody else. I'm looking for an intern to advertise my $1.99 Cameo monthly fee for my health benefits, for all my weird information. Potentially, Chase, you could get your own website. This is where it gets interesting. You get your own website of just Martin's healthy videos, and you literally link my $1.99 Cameo. And then just like Microsoft, I can hire you and be like, look, I'm going to give you $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. Huh?
I can't do anything for money.
No, yeah, no, I get that. I get that. But for other people who need a job, I'm trying to help your generation understand how people get into advertising. Do you get it?
Yeah,
It's not for you to make money. I was on the business end, and I'm telling you, if you came to me, it was like, I want to work for you in advertising, I would offer you, you can work for me for a year or 6 months for free. I will give you 10% or the job after the internship. So you literally do 6 months of labor for free or a year of labor, just like right, because you can't be paid. Right? And then at the end of the 6 months of the year, when you can be paid, Microsoft, Boeing, Apple, Intel, IBM, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, the United States government, China, Russia, everyone goes 10% or a job. Now that you can be paid. Now that you've proven yourself, you can have a job. Or now that you haven't proven yourself, here's 10%. You get what I'm saying? Now that you failed at advertising, here's your 10%. They go, now that you succeeded so well at advertising, we'd like to offer you a $100,000 a year job. But you have to start off demonstrating. You get what I'm saying?
what does
And where you're saying you can't do anything for free, for money, or other people they could still advertise for free and demonstrate. So then you go for your interview and go, I advertised this, I did this, I volunteered at this hospital. I volunteered here and I had to read these books and I had to clean up this mess. Right? For medical, right? You have to internship. You want to go into the medical field, you got to do an intern. Right? So in advertising, it's the same thing, but your generation just never connects dots.
well, I understand I can connect dots, but I just don't know if the internship is like the right Like,
No. I'm not speaking for you. It's just for people in general. But an internship, when you get out of college, it will be something for you. I mean, even a doctor's got to do an internship. So what you're saying the options that are afforded, the option that is afforded to the highest paid people. I'm not sure if it's for me. I'm not sure if that option is for me. And that's why I think your generation is. Go ahead. Huh?
in terms of the information.
Yeah, why you intern. That's what I'm saying. People get stuff. You intern, it's a give and take.
I
You see what I'm saying? Like you intern at a hospital, they give you $1 million worth of information in your education in exchange for your free labor. Like you're not just doing nothing for free. They're giving you something. I'm trying to explain to people what you get for those internships. You get free education. You get to put on your resume, I interned at a Good Samaritan Hospital, and I helped with this, and this. Oh, you can do those things. You were around this. You
yeah.
participated, and that's what. So now we're getting somewhere. A lot of people on the internet right now. I want to be TikTok famous. I want to be Instagram famous. Martin, help me make myself Instagram famous. And I tell I can't.
Yeah.
500,000 of my followers or
Yeah.
can't all be TikTok famous. Now we're going to get somewhere though, but
I already bought a
they
wallet.
they
Last
can
week,
all
yeah. I'm
still make
sorry. I
money.
like that. I might use that one now.
So Raymond Harmon says internship doesn't pay the bills. That's a complete lie. That's coming from interns who didn't intern properly. Now, an internship pays the bills. That's why doctors do an internship. That's why a
Yeah.
lawyer does an internship. It pays the bills. You go, what do you mean? You demonstrate your skills while gaining knowledge as an intern. Then it turns into something.
Well, yeah. There's 2 different internships available.
Yeah, but I'm trying to explain it because someone just right now was like, internship doesn't pay the bills. And what I'm getting at is everybody who follows me is like, Martin, can you make me TikTok famous? Because I want to go, why? Because I need money. Literally, I want to pay my bills. I want to buy my girlfriend something. 100% of the time, the only reason people want to be on TikTok famous or the internet famous is for money. And I'm going, well, you're kind of tunnel vision. You're seeing you have to be famous to make money on TikTok or off of TikTok. I'm saying, no, you don't. You can advertise for Bella Porsche's whatever, her clothing line it's like an internship. And they set it up privately, and she gets a little thing that says Chase advertised shirts for Bella Porsche, and he sold $20,000 worth of shirts this month. He gets $1,000 for doing nothing. Everybody wants to be TikTok famous. I'm like, you don't be TikTok famous. You get money off of the internet by finding somebody who else already is TikTok famous, and then you be the guy that's like, follow us Cameo. You be the guy that's like, do the $1.09 Cameo. You're the other person that's buy Bella shorts. And somebody else, literally, there's people out there like, buy Bella Porsche's makeup. Look, there's girls out there. That's all they do on the internet. They get social media accounts and just advertise, tagging, and you get a percentage back. And that's where people are missing the whole point of TikTok. TikTok isn't just about Martin. This is not for my ego. Martin famous getting money. TikTok, it's a community. Somebody has to do all the rest of the legwork, if that makes sense.
Right.
You look at David Dobrik. David Dobrik on the internet, he got assistants, right? And those assistants got assistants. And now you go, David Dobrik, how you pay your assistants $80,000 a year, full medical and dental? She gets 10% of the shit she makes back on the things I allow her to advertise for. This guy over here, he get 10% of his shit that he advertised. He said, what do? I just create content, and then they do all the work. I go, that's fascinating. You just create content, and then everybody else does all the work. He's like, yeah, this is, what do you think a business owner does? Apple. Like, we invented the Apple, and now everybody else builds them and does the work.
That's okay? That's allowed?
What do you mean?
That's allowed?
It's allowed.
Well,
how do you know anything? How do you know anything exists? Advertising. How did the advertising get to work for the company that you're buying the product for?
Right.
An internship. You're saying
and
that's
so
allowed.
I'm being invited to an internship.
Now we're going to help you. No. Now I'm going to help you. Where people are like, how the fuck did Martin get to internship there? There's 100,000 people waiting in line asking. Yeah, Martin didn't ask. He just did. I show up places and I just start. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, this is part of the internship, right? They go, yeah. They're like, but you got to fill out a bunch of paperwork. You got to do all this stuff. I go, does it cost you money? They go, yeah. I go, can I just sign it and save you all that money now? They go, yeah. Yes, you can. It's an internship. They only have an internship is to save money. So they don't have to put you on the insurance and things like that, certain things. So if you approach it like Chase, who is Chase? Martin, he's the guy that's a thousandth in place. He's a thousandth place in line for the internship. You're a thousandth in one. And so what we got, what do you mean a thousand? Like there's 1,000 people in front of Chase waiting to walk up to Martin and go, can I advertise your cameo for $1.99? There's 1,000 people ahead of him. And you go, who got the job? There's the 108th person that just walked up to the front of the line and didn't ask, just started doing it. And when he got to the front, he said, look, I've already made you this. I've already been interning. I understand how internship works. It means do the job for free and show you what I can do. So while I was waiting, I literally started the internship. Does that make sense?
Um,
How do you select somebody for an intern? And who do you select? The go-getter, right? I picked the person who methodically sat there and wasted a whole day waiting in line. I picked the go-getter. The person, like somebody was here and then they showed up already knowing how to do the job and doing the job. That saved me training. It saved me time. I'm hiring the go-getter. And I'm talking from an HR perspective. Like I worked as HR and people's like, why can't I have this job? I'm like, you don't have the skills. But you can work over there for free and learn a few things. And because you learn those other things for free, I won't have to teach them to you when you want this job when it comes up next. See, this job cost me $40,000 in training. That job over there you do for free, you get $100,000 in training for free, right? Once you do that free job, I'm getting $60,000 in free training from you to transfer over to this job. But you had to intern and do something for free first. You had to get those skills. That's why John said, do you have a bachelor's degree? Do you have any experience? What's the experience? The amount of money somebody else paid to train you. The experience is $300,000 another company spent to train me. They didn't pay me. I got $300,000 in free training and education. Now that free training and education as an intern allows me to go. Now Chase has a degree in computer science. And he's applying for the same job as me. I don't have the degree, but I did intern. I don't have the degree.
I got like the check of approval.
You have the check of approval from a college saying you got the check of approval from a college saying you could have a job, right? For an internship. You can apply for the job. Like I said, he's got a bachelor's degree in science and computer engineering. He can be hired for our programmer. So you get in the door. So what does Martin have? Martin don't have nothing. He got on-the-job experience. He's okay, Chase, with this college degree from MIT, it's going to cost me still $1 million to train this Chase, who spent $1 million on his degree after debt and after interest and everything. So Martin just was volunteering for a while, an internship. He already have all that shit. It ain't going to cost me $1 million to train him. He saved himself $1 million, and he saved the company $1 million. I think I'm going to hire that guy. That guy already saved me $1 million. He ain't even on the books yet. It's real life shit. You go to HR as an HR manager. I go to the company when we have these board of directors, and I was like, "Here's 200 people I hired this year. Already had all the training. I saved you. I saved you $100,000 on 200 people this year. This is my reviews. They're like, okay, good. This is my review. They sit down, a bunch of people. They want to talk about all kinds of shit. I just find the best thing I did, saving the most amount of money. I'm like, I hired 200 people, and none of them need training because they already had it. We just had to sign the paperwork. I saved you $100,000 per each of those employees. Nice review. Have a great day. The next review comes up. The next review comes up. Same things. You know, it's all about saving. They don't care. You save the company money, that's it. Time and money, right? Because if you save a company time and money, they can hire another of you. I can get two of you if I save enough money as a company.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point, is to awake the masses, right?
And so I'm talking about, you know, pretending you were going to intern for my Cameo, Dollar.99 and Cameo. I also, when I worked at Joann's, I got, because I'm weird, I have autism. They let me go to the mailroom where we actually make our own signage, sale signs, print press, the whole nine, cut, dye, everything from scratch. And I asked her, how the hell did you, how did we get this in-house sign making gig? Like, how the hell did this even start? And literally, someone's like, somebody just showed up one day and just started doing it for free. We were paying somebody a few $1 million, millions of dollars. Literally, somebody just showed up and started doing that shit for free, and we hired him. There was an intern, and now everything's done in the company. That person went from we went from spending a few $1 million a year on advertising, outsourcing, showing up as an intern and was like, "Oh, you need those signs? I can make them with this equipment you already have." He said, "Oh, cool, we save $100,000." I said, "Oh, you need those signs? I can make them with this equipment you already have." And the person just interned their way into putting a freaking print press mailroom together, and then they were like, "All right, we'll just do it all ourselves," saving the company a ton of money, getting paid a ton of money. It's all about saving money. It's all about saving money.
Right.
So, and then literally, you know how literally, that person got replaced. Not replaced, but it used to be a big old deal. That person was that the people who did that they were the greatest things in the world. And then they came up with this idea. It's like very expensive to ship all that heavy paper all over the country with ink on it. Like, it doesn't seem that much, but when you got stores in all 50 states and you're paying diesel to carry those stacks, heavy bounds of paper, that weight takes up weight of your product. It's very expensive. Somebody's like, hey, if we have paper companies, because we're going to order so much paper for them, just deliver it to the store for free, we can replace our mail stuff with product in our shipping containers. And we can move the money we were paying to ship our labels and signage to buy more product, better product, higher quality product. Then we started printing signs inside. We literally started making the sale signs inside. That was good. Welcome to the $1.99 club. Oh, that's all right. I hope that made sense. Oh, my wife hurries. We got to go to the dentist or to the.
It doesn't completely make sense. Like, what do you mean, like signs and stuff?
Just mail. I'm just using it as a thing to not to focus on the sales signs as the intern. So when we're making signage and newspaper inserts and the sales signs that you see on the shelves hanging, right? They were being made in Visalia, Ohio, in a warehouse in Ohio for all the stores, and then being shipped out somewhere because somebody showed up to the company and was like, as an intern, I can piece this all together in the company instead of costing so much money going outside. So they got a very, very good job putting things together. And it lasted for a while until somebody came along and was like, look, even though Martin replaced outsourcing all of the signage, making, HR handbooks and paper, everything you see for a store that the store owner is made somewhere. Instead of, when Martin replaced all those people that were so expensive doing it for you, and you start doing it in your own warehouse, you're still paying shipping costs, right? You're still paying shipping, and you're still taking up space in your shipping containers, in your trucks. There's still money to be saved. And the company went, what do you mean? He says, well, you just order these signs, right? You order these signs or this paper, from paper companies. Since you're ordering so much, they'll deliver it for free. And you already have to print shit in your HR. In every store, you have a HR. You got to print shit for your employees and your customers. You already have a printer. So if you change the ink in your printer to this ink, you can just print whatever signs the store needs in the store using the quantity of paper.
Right. No,
using the quantity of paper in the store needs, saving massive amount of money on shipping. This is, and then the company goes, well, shit, I got to pay Chase to do that shit in the morning. You go, no. All Chase has to do is when he clocks in, grab the stack of paper and stick it in the machine and hit start. We'll just send it. We'll automate it as a company. We'll just automate it. All he got to do is hit start, and the machine will just spit out what he needs. And not only will he spit it out what he needs, right? Before, when we sent it as a company, we just sent box full of shit across all states, every store. It was a mess, right? But when we print it in the store, right, as you walk out of the office from that printing press in the store, the first thing you see is the first sign, and you just walk around the store like you're following a fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. You never miss any signs, right? You remember to take everything down. Saves your company so much money. And they went, wait a minute, what do you mean? This is come with us and watch how a store puts out the mail order. And so the mail comes in on the truck. Somebody opens it up. All the signage. Somebody's got to literally hand sort it. It takes a few hours. Somebody's sitting there going, these ones go into yarn. These ones go to thread. This one's fabric back. Blah blah blah. This one's for food. Somebody got to hand sort that shit. Once we hand sort it, then somebody has to go and put it in order for each aisle. And you go, that's very labor intensive, costs a lot of money. And then you just say, they go, now watch this shit. I have the store map plugged into the computer here for your planograms. Beep, hits a button. Then he goes, watch it in like 25 minutes. He did the work of my company and the employees. Like 4 hours worth of work. Some guys was like, boop, did it in 20 minutes. And he just walked around, was like, take down, take down, take down. 10 minutes, literally just walked around taking shit down. And then he walked again, putting things up. Boop, 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 and it was so much faster because the corporate office already had the map of the store, the planograms. They knew the layout. And then they start, well, shit, this saves so much money in that store. Now, if we make all of the stores as closely as possible as a footprint, when I send the map to Martin's store to put the sign up, it'll be the same map for Chase's store to put the sign up. Well, that's great, right? It saves a lot of money per stores. But then we start thinking about customers, right? The store in Puyallup is the same as the store in Texas, which is the same in the store in Florida. No matter what store your customer goes into, they're always going to know where to walk up and grab a thread. They're always going to know where to get the milk, no matter, literally, for life. It don't matter where store, what location your customers or employees, they'll know exactly where everything is, saving your employees and your customers time. And then you start fracturing that in. It's like $500 million in time savings. Just literally, not even material, just from walking, because ergonomics, and that's what I'm talking, like, companies don't ever pay attention to this stuff, and when they do, the employee that discovers it usually says, "If I give this to Chase, I work for Chase right now, a Bank of America. If I give it to Chase, Chase owns it because I'm an employee of Chase." They literally just quit. They literally, as an employee, they quit and go.
You're not my employee, though.
I'm not. This is theoretical. Theoretical. It's hard for you to keep up. If I was your employee and I did come up with that time savings things to save the company millions of dollars, the company usually doesn't recognize the employee. The employee has to jump ship and take that idea somewhere else. And that's what I'm the companies they're not really set up they're set up for stockholders' best interest, but not the actual best interest of people. Anyways, it's just my rambling. But cost savings. You start to think about that repetitive structures and simulations in buildings and organizations. It alleviates psychological stress. Now we get somewhere doing those signage. Literally, not only did it save us $500 million in labor, using that signage in the morning,
what
saved
signage?
The process. You're just missing the whole thing. It's not simplifying something, looking at something and saying, we're going to take this new process and simplify it. It saves a lot of money in psychological sessions for the management team. Right? You, as a company, you start looking at those screens. What is this new way of putting signs out using a computer system and having it automated, and then they do it in 15 minutes or 20 minutes compared to 3 hours do? It literally saved the company $500 million in labor. It saved the company millions of dollars in fuel costs. It saved the company millions of dollars in extra shipping or freight costs because we were now able to put freight that wouldn't fit on our trucks because it replaced the spot of the mail. It alleviated the stress in the stores, so we're seeing a lot less fees in our psychological end of our insurance, bringing down our insurance costs. I mean, these things start to stack. But I think you're probably still too young to understand all the things I talk about.
Yeah, well, I'm just like not really a part of it like that.
It's not part of it. It's not a part of it. I'm just explaining cost savings. People can pick it up or they can't pick it up. You're not a part of it. These are all these are real situations, but you are a hypothetical person in the story. So it's a real story, but you are hypothetically, you are the person in the story.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I say, now I'm going to help you. How the hell do you learn anything at a job? This is so crazy. Like you're like, that's weird. Huh? In order for Chase to learn anything at a job, he has to see somebody else do the job and then hypothetically put himself in their shoes, so he can see how to do it, try to recreate it in his mind. We don't just throw you at it blind. Literally, in a job, we tell you this is the job. Like, and it's insinuated, it's implied. You need to visualize yourself hypothetically doing this job, so that when you start it, you'll have some kind of idea of what you're doing, and not kill yourself and me, not lose a lot of money, not short something out, not mess things. Like you have to visualize yourself as the person, and this like your generation is so disconnected. It's all right. It's my rambles.
Yeah, I don't really quite understand, but I'm here to support you, Martin.
Good. The Battle of the Pacific.
Yeah.
For the 40th year in a row. There we go. Somebody said, I'm describing the value behind experience. And that's what I was saying. Perspective is everything. Some people get it. Some people don't. But the person that got it, I had to use Chase, who's completely oblivious, apparently, to what I was talking about, for somebody else to get it. Somebody else was like, oh, I get that information you were explaining to Chase, while you were using Chase as the example. Holy shit.
A hypothetical example where
you're always in an internship or a job, anything you're going to do in the future, you have already hypothetically done it in your mind, have you not? Has any ever say, I want to be a doctor, and they never imagine themselves or picture themselves being a doctor or doing any doctor things? No, you already hypothetically place yourself in a doctor's shoes. You're just missing the disconnect. You smoke too much pot.
Me? No, I'm just tired.
I'm tired too, trust me. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, no, I'm just super confused.
That's, yeah. Confusion. Confusion. Ain't that like a Confucian? Isn't it like a philosopher?
Confucius, yeah.
Thank you. I got it. I told you. I did this. Confucian. And I got it. This is that, and you see how crazy this is, guys? We talked about Chase being Confucian before he even came on. Yeah, babe? Okay. Yeah. Check this out. My wife, she just told me, Margin, this is married life, boys. Perspective is everything. You need to be ready in 5 minutes to go. I've been married for for over 22 years. I'll tell you what, she has never been ready in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, she'll be coming down the stairs, because that's when she's ready to come down. Using perspective, she'll be ready to come down the stairs in 5 minutes, or she'll be ready to put her shoes on in 5 minutes, or she'll be ready to put her coat on in 5 minutes, or she'll be ready to brush her teeth and brush her hair in 5 minutes. She'll be ready to go and do whatever her next task is in 5 minutes. And that's a real life thing for men and women. Married couples like, what's wrong? I was like, I was waiting for 40 fucking minutes. She told my husband told me I was going to be in. The girl's like, what happened? He said he was going to be right here. He said he'll be there in 10 minutes. So I'll be, what was, and you start paying attention. Well, what did they mean? They go, well, they were going to be done with their teeth in 10 minutes and then move on to putting their shoes on before they got their coat. But they were ready to go on to put their shoes on. You get what I'm saying? In the beginning of our marriage, I used to freak out because I'm like, it's been exactly 5 minutes and we're not in the car or not even going to the car. I'd be like, but now I'm like, she said exactly what she meant. I need to be ready to go in 5 minutes to her next task. So with that said, I got to get off. God bless.
All right. Peace.
Most important thing. Tell me what you think about that dollar. I want you to think about it. The $1.99 Cameo from Martin option. Because when you do Weight Watchers, it's literally $30 a month, $4 to access their information, and then you got to buy their food on top of it. Like if I did Cameo $1.99, way cheaper, and I got way better information. Or you can just have it for free. That's my thoughts. Tell me what you think. But not right now. You got to sit on it. A $1.99 Weight Watchers competitor of just information. You get what I'm saying? A $1.99 Weight Watchers competitor that really can bring young men into peak performance. I think you should think about that. A $1.99 competitor to Weight Watchers that can truly bring men into peak performance. I gotta go. Bye.
All right, bye.